We need numbers and we need results, and that's the only thing that's going to drive up. Well, before we get started, I would like to ask you guys to please give me a like. It really helps my channel and it will push me to make more videos, so let's try to get this video to 100 likes. What's going on, guys? It's Investing Hustler here, and today I'm going to try to make a very quick video about Aurora Cannabis and why they went down 16% today. So if you watched my previous chart analysis of Aurora Cannabis, then you're going to know that I've been talking about 3 support lines. One of the support lines was right here. Another support line was right about here at $7. Let's just get this correct. And the final support line will be at around $5.50, $5, maybe even lower. So those are the 3 support lines that I've been talking about. Let's get a little bit closer into these charts. Well, before we get started, I would like to ask you guys to please give me a like. It really helps my channel and it will push me to make more videos. So let's try to get this video to 100 likes. What I also mentioned in my last video is we had a support line at about $9. So right around here we had a support line at $9. Which was one of the support lines that I've mentioned was going diagonally. So what I did say that eventually this support line could turn into the resistance line. So if we look a little closer into this charts, we're going to go into the 1-minute chart. And you're going to see exactly what happened with Aurora Cannabis. So if you guys haven't checked out my last video, I'm going to leave a link right here at the top corner. You guys can check it out and then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you have seen it, you'll pretty much know where I'm at and what I'm talking about right now. So what happened was Aurora had a $9 support line. And I've talked about that in my last video. They pretty much had a support line right around here. Hold on, let me just change that into an arrow. So what happened was Aurora had a $9 support line. And what I did mention was that Aurora was downtrending and either Aurora was going to do a reversal or break below the support line, and eventually that support line would become the resistance line. And so what happened here, right here, as you can see, this is the $9 support line. Aurora today broke below that support line. So what happened here was that it became the resistance line and Aurora tried to test that resistance line, and unfortunately it did not break over that resistance line. So it kind of tested it and then it just continued to downtrend because it could not surpass the resistance line. So Aurora did not go back over $9 once it went below $9. So that support line, which was right here, turned into the resistance line and it got rejected. So after Aurora broke its $9 support line, it got rejected at the $9 resistance line and it went all the way down to $8. And for like a good hour, the $8 was holding up as a support line. And in my last video, I did mention that $7 was going to be Aurora's new support line. And it's slowly downtrending. So as you can see right here, $8 was the support line, but it kind of had the similar pattern that it had here, where it was holding a support line but slowly downtrending. So what happened here is Aurora had that $8 support line and was slowly downtrending. So at this point, either you expect a reversal or it breaks below that support line. And what happened was Aurora broke below that support line. And then just like that, let's zoom in, let's get rid of all this. Just like that, that $8 support line became the resistance line. So Aurora broke below this $8 support line. It tried to test it at its resistance and it could not break over the $8 resistance line. And now, as you can see, Aurora is downtrending. So at this point, it does look like I was correct, because at first I did say there was a $9 support line and it was going to break, and that $9 support line would have been the resistance, and that happened. And today it went down to the $8 support line, and this is going to get messy. And pretty much what I just explained was it broke below the $8 support line, it turned into a resistance, and now it's downtrending so very soon. And none of this is guaranteed. Nothing is 100%. This is just analyzing the charts, analyzing patterns, and it's never 100%. Aurora can easily have a nice green day tomorrow and go back to its $9 support line, or if a miracle happens, it'll break above it. But from the way that this chart looks, Aurora will continue downtrending, and eventually, like I predicted last week, Aurora will test its new $7 support line, and And if you haven't watched my last video, you guys could check it out, where I talk about the $9 support line, I talked about the $7 support line, and I've talked about the $5 to $5.50 support line. So far everything has been coming true. The chart seems to be following its pattern, and only time will tell. We're gonna see how low Aurora will go tomorrow. Hopefully, fingers crossed that it doesn't reach its new support line of $7. But the way things are looking like right now, Aurora is currently downtrending and nothing can stop it. It looks like it's about to hit that $7 support line, and who knows, it might just bounce right back up and hit new all-time highs, or it could bounce that, continue testing that support line. Let me just bring this back a bit. So this might happen. So this is the new support line. That could be the new $7 support line right here. So what might happen is, it looks like Aurora is going to hit that new support line. So tomorrow it might reach that $7 support line, and it might start bouncing up, and it'll either use that $8 or $9 as a resistance, and it might continue using that, or it might use the $8 as a resistance line, and hopefully it doesn't happen. But if it keeps downtrending, it might eventually break below its $7 support line, and before you know it, Aurora will be back down to $5 to $5.50. I've already spoke about the first part, where Aurora was testing this support line right here at $9, and it did test it for a couple days. So I was talking about Aurora testing this support line right here, and as you can see, it did test it for a couple days. Today it finally broke below that support line, so now it looks like it's about to test that $7 support line. We'll see how it plays out. It might end up breaking below that support line and reaching new lows of $5.50. And the thing about, in the past, when it reached their support lines and then bounced back up, the thing is, back then we had the hype of marijuana finally becoming legal, because that's what happened here. Marijuana was going to be legal, so it easily tested these support lines. It tested the $9 here, and it went back up, and it tested the $7 here, and then we all know that eventually it went back up again in the future. But at least here we had the hope of, like, it's going to be legal. Weed is not legal yet, so we had a lot of hype during these times. But now, today in 2018, there's not a lot of hype. Today we need numbers and we need results, and that's the only thing that's going to drive up this company. So I'll try to keep you guys updated with Aurora and their chart. So right here's the support line that I was talking about. This was one of the 3 support lines that could be happening. And as you can see, Aurora Cannabis has been bouncing off this support line a few times. And if we take a closer look into Aurora Cannabis, we're going to realize right now that Aurora's support line is at $9 right now. It might go a little bit above, it might go a little bit below, but in the past 3 days, Aurora right now has a support line of $9. So right here is the support line. So now it seems to be that Aurora keeps hitting the support line and reaching new lows. So as you can see here, Aurora hit that support line, and then it bounced back to 11 something, to about 11.20. Hit that support line, and then it bounced back up to $10. It hit that support line. It actually went a little bit lower, and as you can see, while the support line stays the same, it's kind of been downtrending. So that's a pretty dangerous pattern. We could see a reversal, and then all of a sudden Aurora starts hitting new highs after it hits that support. We could see that, and that is the best case scenario. Also, another pattern that I did mention, which will result in this support line right here turning into the resistance line. So that could mean, and let me clear this board up real quick. I'm gonna make this a little smaller so you guys could see. Let's look at the 6 months chart. So these are the 2 support lines that I was talking about in my last video. There's one right here, and then there was the $7 support line right here. So what could happen right now, and right now Aurora seems to be bouncing on and off $9, so that seems to be another support line. So what could happen right now is that this $9 support line right here could end up turning into the resistance line. And let's say that Aurora breaks below its support line right here. It could end up its new support line can end up being $7, and the previous support line right here could end up being the resistance line. So what could happen is that it could continue hitting that resistance line, or it could continue making new lows and then eventually break below its new support line, which we obviously don't want, because if that does happen, its new support line could end up being around $5 to $5.50. So it might break below that. So best case scenario, it keeps bouncing off this support line and goes up, or it continues to bounce off the $9 support line and eventually skyrockets. I hope you guys understand this. But right now, as we could see, Aurora is sticking to $9. I really hope it sticks to $9 and eventually does a reversal. Hopefully you guys understand this video. If you guys did understand it, and if you guys like these types of videos where I analyze charts, give me a thumbs up. None of this is 100% guaranteed. Charts are not predictable. Sometimes charts do follow patterns, but at any given moment a chart can break a pattern. So investing just based on charts is not recommended, but it is something to keep an eye out on. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave me a like, and if you're not subscribed yet, don't forget to hit that notification bell and smash that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.